Hi everyone, it's WGMSMCI here, how you doing? Welcome back to my Let's Play of Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch Remastered. Last time round, we started our journey into a new world in earnest to save our mom, hopefully. In this episode, we're actually going to go into Ding Dong Dell here and find out what's going on. So let's do that. So as you can see in the overworld, there are enemies. There's no random encounters in this game, which is pretty cool. And so yeah, we'll get into that once we get into that. Oh Nickers, there's something I forgot to tell you. But what's that, Mr. Drippy? Here in my world, you can use the right analog stick to change your viewpoint. If you're having any troubles with controls, go to the settings in your main menu and have a fiddle with them. You can switch vibration on and off there as well. Speaking personally, I'd have it on. A rumble is just ain't a rumble without a bit of rumble, is it? That doesn't make sense. And this is a lot to take in, Ollie boy, but I'm sure you'll get used to it. I guess. See, actually, there's something I want to show off before entering Ding Dong Dell. Or Ding Dong Dell. So this is the Wizard's Companion. I do actually want to talk about this briefly, because this is a very awesome, cool thing. It's basically a massive, just ultimate tutorial of everything in the game. Including 12 Tales of Wonder, which we do what you try and get. And like things like the Wizard's Pledge and like the Nakazan alphabet, which is basically the language in the game. Or like the written language, I guess? Or an old language, it seems. Anyway. There's a special edition of Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch on the PS3 version, which basically gave you an actual, like, physical copy of this book. And honestly, it looked fucking badass, but also very bloody expensive. But I did want to point it out, because this is actually pretty cool. This is a cool way of doing a tutorial, or like, basically a help screen on anything. Like, so there's like the magic option, there's alchemy, which we haven't talked about yet. We'll get to that when we get to that. There's equipment, there's provisions, there's all the creatures and familiars. There's the 12 Tales of Wonders, which I've talked about. There's regions of the world, and then there's basically see all pages. Like, I could sit here and like go through every single one of these, like, and just like show you everything, but it'll take forever. So we'll not do that right now. But I did want to show it off because show off a little bit, because it is worth showing off a little bit. Anyway, let's proceed into Ding Dong Dell.
Looks to me like a classic case of broken-heartedness.
Broken-heartedness? You mean that thing you were talking about before?
That's right. The broken-hearted are people who've had part of their hearts stolen. Poor souls just aren't themselves. Go all weird and useless, they do.
So his heart was broken by...
Keep up, will you? Shadar, innit? If anyone tries to stand up to him or does anything he doesn't like, he breaks their hearts into pieces so they can't put up a fight.
Jeepers. But if he stays that way, we can't get into Ding Dong Dell.
Then you better cure him, ain't it, Ollie boy? It's time to mend your first broken heart. Mend it? But how do I do that? Well, you can't do it just yet. There are a couple of things we'll be needing first. But I know an old man who's got just what we need. Proper useful I am, eh? An old man? What old man? What do you mean, what old man? The old man, ain't it? Lives in a dark wood north of here. Proper deep and deeply dark it is. That's why they call it the Deep Dark Wood. Makes sense, I guess. Alright, so we can't do anything right now, but, I was actually going to show that you actually cannot proceed. I should have done that first. Yeah, look, everyone's sort of standing here and trying to talk to him. Huh. Hun, hup, hup, 1, 2, 1, 2. One letter at a time, do you? Well, I'm afraid that's impossible at the moment. It's my colleague, you see. He's one in charge of letting people in, but recently he's just been refusing to do it. He says he can't be bothered. So that seems to be the issue here. It seems that he can't be bothered. Which is kind of a mood, actually, to be honest. Alright, so let's go to the deep dark wood. But first, there are a few things we can do now on the world map. Apart from, we're just going to explore. So you see these sort of sparkling spots on the map? We can actually just get one. And these are foraging points. Did he just get a preemptive on me? I think he did. Oops.
This!
Luckily these guys have very little hit points. One XP, 1 XP, 1 XP. Right, so I am actually using a map / guide for these, so bear that in mind while I do this. So where am I right now on the map? We're here. Where is here, precisely? Okay, so that's these. Yeah, so... Okay, awesome. So not only are there foraging points, but there are also hidden treasures as well on the map. And hidden treasures do not sparkle, unlike the foraging points. I believe foraging points also respawn? I don't actually know. But I'm trying to kind of avoid battle, but also not avoid battle at the same time. So a good example of a hidden point is actually right around here. Actually, you saw me, so...
Let's do it!
Ow. So I think I attacked him there just as he attacked, and that's how I got a nice. But yeah, our first level up, we're level 2. That's a pretty good level up. 6 hit points, like basically all our stats always go up every level up. I think every single level up. But if we press X all around, we actually get a hidden forage point, which is 2 slices of pie. So yeah, as you can see, there's no sparkle for that. So how are you meant to know? Well, basically, there is a guide, and that's why I'm using it.
Come on!
It's specifically for this. But also for like any items that I may miss. Actually, I do have the official guide, so we are using the official guide for this. One of the quite many games I got the official guide for, so I might as well use it for this Let's Play. Into the old man of the woods for a while. Wonder how he's getting on. So yeah, you can actually talk to Drippy on the world map, which is pretty cool. Don't actually do that often, but hey ho. Right, you're coming towards me. Think I could have ran away from you, but nah.
Let's do
Need
it!
some levels. Alright. So we get a plain sword flower. And there's another sparkly spot up there. So let's go get it. Oh. Darn it.
Let's do it!
So this is what happens when the enemy gets a preemptive strike on you. You have to wait until your clock goes around first. So you do have to be aware of that. So here's another sparkling spot. A bottle of spring water. So I will be referring to the map quite a bit because there are, as I said before, there are multiple foraging spots and there are multiple... And they're pretty well hidden. Well, I said they're pretty well hidden, but actually some of them aren't. Some of them are just really well hidden, like this one up here. Oh. I tried to turn just at the last minute, and it's not working, so, well. Oh, if you put me to sleep, that would have been bad. So you do have to be a bit careful here of some of the enemies here. I think it's actually the other side. I think it's up here. But this gives us a chance to sort of appreciate the world map. It is really cool looking. Nope. Is this not it? Or maybe it's the top corner of it? I definitely thought this was it. I'm tapping X repeatedly here and it's not appearing. I don't know why. Let me check the map again. Yeah, no, this is it, I think. Or it's supposed to be it, but I can't get it. Ah, there we go. Just in the wrong area for it. So I do have to be slightly careful here, because there is another foraging spot right here.
Come on!
This is actually a good grind time as well to get some levels up here to start us off with. But I actually do really like the world map music. It's definitely, you know, makes it like really like cool sounding. There definitely is another foraging spot here, right? Yeah, maybe I'm just not getting it here. But yeah, also on the world map, as you can see, you get a little trail to sort of show you where you've been. And this one isn't appearing again. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Or maybe it isn't that area. No, it is. I'll come back for that one. I don't want to spend too long on foraging spots, but I do want to try and get them all. But there's one here, for sure. And that's a wooden sword. Oh. Didn't even see that one. I was looking at the map.
Come on!
So one strategy actually of if an enemy does get a preemptive attack on you is just to move away until your attack clock comes up. And actually that brings us up to another point about this game. Is that most RPGs, you know, they give you like a warrior type protagonist, but Oliver is actually a mage protagonist. You know, so he deals like more damage with magic than he does with physical attacks. So this is something that's a little bit different. Just a little bit different. Not too different, but a little bit different. Maybe I'm on the wrong side of this. Maybe I'm doing this wrong. No, because I tried this and it didn't work. But why try again? Okay, I'm going to come back for this. I'll try one more time. Just tap X repeatedly. I don't know why it's not appearing. I guess it's just not liking me today. Or maybe it's more to the left. Maybe it's more to the left. Maybe it's over here. Wow, that's nowhere near where that said. That is nowhere near where that said. And yeah, so the other thing about sparkling spots is, as you can see there, they respawn. I don't know when they respawn. I think they respawn after every battle. But the other thing is, actually, while you grab an item, you are pretty much invulnerable, I think. Okay, so the next ones are over here. This time I'm not gonna let him preemptive attack me. So I do want to go up this way, I think. That was weird. So there is another one. Okay, I'll fight this dude first.
Let's do it!
I do like in the early stages, every time Oliver wins, he just sort of goes, huh, why am I here? Yep, there we go. That's that one. That's 2 kicks. Yeah, so at a certain level, these enemies will run away from me, so I do want that to be achieved. So I don't have to worry about these encounters for a bit. Plus it's experience. Another planesword. As we head all the way up here.
Let's do it!
So that's like my health's starting to get a little bit low, but not too bad so far. I mean, I haven't like lost like half my health. But we get a Giant's Tooth, which is actually our first instance of an accessory, which I don't think I can equip right now. Yeah, I don't actually have the ability to equip that just yet. But we have an accessory before we get the opportunity to equip it. Fun times. I do like this river area. I like rivers, so. Here's another sparkling spot over here. Another bottle of spring water. It's good. Where are we here? Okay, so we're there, so we need to go over here.
We can do this!
Ow! Oh, they get a dumpty egg. So yeah, enemies have drops just like regular RPGs. And just like regular RPGs, the drop rate is probably really bad.
Come on!
Okay, so this next item is here somewhere.
Let's do it!
But yeah, there are various enemies as well. There should be another spot here somewhere. Again, trying to find these is always difficult. There we go. That's not right. No, it is right. Apologies. Don't mind me. I thought that was like, wait, that's not right. We actually go around here. Good thing side attacks don't do anything in this game, because I think he helped me from the side. Yeah, needed the health one more than the magic one, so I just went straight for that. So yeah, you can actually collect glims even after battle has ended. We get a nice coffee. We head around here. We're sort of heading around the Ding Dong Dell or the Deep Darkwood. There's a sparkling spot up there. We won't be able to get that for quite a while. So that's the problem with mashing X on the world map, is that you talk to Drippy when you don't mean to talk to Drippy.
Watch this! Huh.
a piece of bread fairly soonish. As we get a well-worn sword. And I'm actually not going to go into the deep dark wood just yet. I'm just going to go south first, because there's more items to get. Call this a bit of a grind session, if you will. Yeah, I knew I wasn't gonna get away from him, so it's just like, you know what? You're gonna hit me, so hit me. Yes, this next one's kind of difficult to figure out where this is. I might just move on and come back to this one. Yeah, it's sort of between. I wonder if it even says. Oh yeah, the guide actually tells you sort of half where it is here. So it's actually up above. I forgot about that part. The guide does actually tell you where it is. So I'll be referring to that bit. There's another forging spot, sort of southish here, over here. Yeah, it's actually more over here.
We can do this!
Ow! Okay, I'm gonna use a piece of bread now. Especially because I'm at 16 HP, so a piece of bread will give me 30, which is the max it can give you, so I'm using the most out of items here. Yep, there it is. And there's an item actually up here. Which we can't get. Alright, I think we have everything now. We can move into the deep dark wood now. Just follow the star. Oh, you're coming at me. Yeah. So, some enemies are faster than others, and obviously these minor birds, because they're birds, they're faster. So you do have to bear that in mind, that some enemies are faster in the world map than others. But other enemies are kind of slow, so you can just try and avoid them, really. But some enemies are just like, nope, not able to dodge that. Like the boar, like he saw me, but I just dodged past him because he's quite slow. But yeah, this is the deep dark wood. Spooky. Spoopy. So spoop. at that, it's a waystone, there's useful. A waystone. Yeah man, they're these ancient stones, see? You can use them to store a record of your adventures so far. In wild places like forests and so on, you can't just plunk yourself in the nearest rock and write your story down. But why not? That's actually a good question, Oliver. Why not, he says. Give me strength, man, because they're holy beasties, ain't it? They are? That sounds kind of scary. You'll get used to it, man. Just remember, you can't go recording your progress any old where. Let me explain a little more. Touch a waystone, your health and magic power before you're spored. Not bad, eh? That's not all, man. These little beauties will also save your progress. A traveler's best friend, they are. So that's why you stop at every waystone you see and make use of it. Better safe than sorry, eh? Ain't it? Sure, Mr. Drippy. Tidy. That's what I like to hear. Let's hope you're as good as your word. Righto. Next up, the old man in the woods. Alright, so we also get this thing. Look at that! There's Jissel. If you're lucky, you'll be able to use these one day. Since we can't do everything just right now. I'm actually not going to save the progress. I'm actually going to go talk to the tree first to activate the cutscene. I like the dungeon music here too. Really cool.
Mr. Drippy! Wait for me! Ugh.
Who goes there?
Jeepers.
Ollie boy, meet old Father Oak. How do, you a leafiness?
Oh, Drippy, it's you. And to what do I owe the pleasure?
Well, I got a visitor by here from another world, see? And what it is I was wondering if you might lend us a bit of a hand, like.
Oh, I should have known. You only ever come to see me when you are in need.
Sorry, you tall ship. You know I'm always very grateful.
This boy.
Ah, spotted it, did you bark ship?
Well. The pure-hearted one. He who will drive out the darkness. And Drippy, you mean to...
That's right, your ancient ship. We're off to give Shadar a right royal hiding.
You? Why? As reckless as ever, I see. Very well. You shall have my aid. But first, we had better give the boy a familiar, had we not?
Oh, yeah! Clean forgot I did. He's right, Ollie boy. It might be a bit early, but I suppose we better teach you how to conjure up familiars, innit?
Familiars?
Yep, familiars. You're in our world, you can magic up little fighting creatures from your heart, see? They're called familiars. Where we're going, the beasties are only gonna get bigger and meaner, so you're gonna need a helping hand, or claw, or beak, or tentacle.
Can I really do it?
Well, there's only one way to find out. You want to help your mum, don't you?
Sure I do.
Well then, grab your wizard's companion and turn to the page marked Form Familiar.
But Mr. Drippy, there's no spell named Form Familiar here. You what? The boy is correct. Look at his wizard's companion. It would seem that it's missing more than a few of its pages. Really? Knickers. So does that mean I can't cast a spell? Ho ho ho, I am not as powerless as all that, young man. Oliver, was it? Let me see now. Form familiar. Ah, yes. A gift from me to you, young Oliver. Let's begin a page describing the Form Familiar spell. Thank you very much, old fellow Oak. But simply possessing the page for a particular spell is no guarantee that you'll be able to make use of it. Some spells are simply not meant for certain wishes, such as life. Don't worry about that for now, man. Just give Form Familiar a go, will you? Sure thing, Mr. Drippy. Alright, let's do it.
What's this?
That's tidy work, Ollie boy. Look at that. A warrior from your very own heart. A familiar.
This is a familiar?
That's right. The fighting spirit inside you made flesh. A soldier of your soul.
And he can really help me fight? Huh? Ouch! That was a mean trick.
And the stronger you get, the harder he's gonna hit as well.
Wow.
So this is a familiar, huh? And he'll be coming with us. Indeed he will, Ollie boy. The more the merrier, ain't it? Here, bring us this little fellow name, eh? Well, you know, this isn't a Nuzlocke. So, you know, I'm just gonna go with the default names. There are various suggestions, actually. I think it's just 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 suggestions. Let's go with Mito. I like the sound of, or, yeah, no, Smitey. I like Smitey. Because Divine Smite. Because I'm a paladin in D&D. Oliver, we can't not let you set off into the wild with only that withered wand in your hand. Let me give you some spells to aid you in battle. The first is Restore of Incantation known as Healing Touch. Hey, lay on hands. Or cure wounds. I'm gonna make D&D references this entire time, aren't I? Tidy, that's the most useful spell there is for a wandering adventure. Cuts, bruises, sprains, gashes, all gone in a jiffy with Healing Touch. Gee, you make it sound like I'm gonna get hurt an awful lot, Mr. Drippy. Next, I give you the gift of the Blazing Inferno, Fireball. Shoots a little ball of fire that one does. Plant-based species are flippin' hate fire, man. Even old Treeface here is scared of Fireball. Drippy, how dare you? I'd never aim such a spell at me, would you, boy? Golly, of course not, old Fowler Oak. Now I'm just picturing, like, Drippy doing, like, Hadouken to old Fowler Oak. But yeah, no, we get Fireball. Fireball! Or Hadouken. I'll be making those kind of references too. Alright, so now we can press square at any time to open our spells menu. While a spell like Healing Touch can be used at any time, Fireball is meant primarily for battle. That said, the most unexpected spells can prove incomparably useful given the right set of circumstances. Novel problems call for novel solutions, after all. If you find yourself something at a loss, I recommend that you go through your magical repertoire. You never know which spell might save the day. I love the word repertoire. It's so cool sounding. But now we can use the spell menu.
Uh-oh.
Huh?
Spoiling for a fight, is it? Better give him what he wants, Ollie boy.
Huh? But what do I do?
Just think what you want him to do and he'll do it. It's as easy as falling off a log, man.
Okay. Just think what I want him to do. Here goes. Let's go!
I love the enemy name here, Teeny Bopper. It's awesome. Right, Ollie, boy, it's time to learn about fighting with familiars. First off, you gotta pick who's gonna fight for you out of you and your little friend. We've gone to the trouble of making him. When you put it like that, Drippy. So the best to give him a go, select him, will you? Alright, so there it goes. Tidy, now let's end the fray, shall we? Oh yeah, see that circle on the top left there? That's for your familiar's stamina gauge. What that does is it shows you how much longer he can fight for, see? The longer you keep him on the go, the shorter stamina gauge will get. When it's empty, that means the poor lad's so tired he can't fight anymore. Tragic, eh? Before that happens, you have to call him back for a bit of a rest, like. There's something else about familiars you should know. See this little mark by here? That's his sign. They're sort of like a star sign, except there's only 4 of them. Sun, moon, star, and planet. And like star signs, different ones can get on better. You can use that to help you in battle. I've never really used this mechanic. Maybe I should. Alright, let's talk about tricks. They're proper powerful abilities, a bit like your spells. And just like your spells, they cost MP to use, see the cost written next to them. So Cutlass costs 10. What you've got to remember is that you and your familiars share MP and HP. This is very important. So if a familiar uses a trick that, or text about kit, it's your MP or HP that'll suffer. Cracking this is a long lesson, eh? Let's finish. Alright, let's finish with the top tip, shall we? Your familiar stamina is always going down, so you need to swap it from regularly. You can do that anytime you like by pressing L1, ain't it? Now I'm going to stop talking before I put a spook to sleep. Now it's time for you to swing for your sufferer. Go on, boy buck. Alright, so we can just regular attack. I'm just going to regular attack these guys. I'm not going to Cutlass. Oh, now I'm tempted to. A little bit, because I'm not doing that much damage. Stuff it. It's Cutlass. Alright, and we get some MP back too, so that's awesome. And you notice that the familiars level up with you. So as you can see, familiars also get stats. So now you know how to fight for a familiar, ain't it, Ollie boy? To be a true contender, you need to learn when to let your familiar loose and when to take control of yourself. I'll do my best, Mr. Drippy. By the way, he just does like about 2 backflips into your heart. That's kind of cool. Oh, when he's not fighting, the little fellow can be found taking it easy in the creature cage. In the creature cage, you can shower your faithful familiars with delicious treats. There are all kinds of treats to choose from. Some will prove their abilities, and there are other ones that can teach them new tricks. Tidy. Feed the little blatters enough for what they fancy, and the bonds of familiarity between you will grow, meaning you can boost their abilities even more. Careful not to stuff them too full of sweeties, though, although they'll only end up getting full up. Adoration is in moderation, that's the key. Very a lot to get your head around, but just remember that the creature cage is where you look after your familiars, and take it from there, ain't it? The creature cage. Got it. I promise to look after him real well, Mr. Drippy. And now we get access to the creature cage. Oh well, I almost forgot. We had something to ask you, your trunkiness. There's a guard down in Ding Dong Dell, and he's broken-hearted, see? Broken-hearted, you say? Shadar's evil spreads still further. So you'll be needing... That we will, your Okachid. There's quick you are. You still have got it, haven't you? Ho ho ho, patience, John Drippy. Of course I have. Let me see now. I know it's here somewhere. Crikey, you've not gone and lost it, have you? Lost it? The insolence. I put it away safely among my uppermost branches. It's just a little tangled up in there, that's all. Ah, while I think I have a favour to ask of you. But I mentioned we're in a flippin' hurry, didn't I? We haven't got time to go... Mr. Drippy, we should help old Valorant. He gave us the spells, didn't he? Ah, how very refreshing to meet such a responsible and honest young man. Alright, I get the flippin' message. Go on. What is it you need us for? Well, it's the guardian of these woods, you see. The guardian, eh? What's up with the old fellow? I'm afraid he's become rather unruly of late, and he's neglecting his duties. Well, that's no good, is it? Better help you sort him out then, hey? The guardian? He sounds kind of tough. Too right, he is. He's way stronger than your average beastie. You've got a familiar inside mine. You'll be fine. And besides, if you're going to take down Shadar, you cut back out of a bit of like guardian bashing now, can you? Okay, I'll do it. How very kind of you. The guardian can be found in the deepest part of the wood beyond the whispering waterfalls. I wish you good luck. For spells, now familiars, you're turning into a proper wizard, ain't it, Ollie boy? I guess I am, huh? Now then, why don't you take a closer look at your new meat, eh? How do I do that, Mr. Drippy? It's a piece of cake, Mun. Now listen up. If you look at the main menu, you'll see friends and familiars. This is where we'll find all sorts of details about you and your familiars' abilities. Looks looks a bit complicated, and there's a fair few options kicking about here and there. To be fair, you'll soon get the hang of it. Now, you're still new to this wizardry lark, so there's a limit to what you can do, ain't it? We keep fighting monsters and eventually you get stronger. We call that leveling up, see? We'll try to get some new mates before long, and to be sure to take a close look at them like I showed you. You got it, Mr. Drippy. Alright, so we get friends and familiars, which is awesome. So yeah, now we can look at our stats. And here's the stats of our familiar as well. So there's a lot here, a lot to break down. But I will try my best to break it down. So as you can see, like every weapon in the game has stats. There's like average stat, there's regular stats, there's attack, defense, magic defense, accuracy, and evasion. These are all pretty self-explanatory on what they do. And it even tells you about your elemental strengths and weaknesses. So for example here, my might here is good against wind, but weak against water. So that's something I do have to bear in mind. And we can even see our abilities. We can see like healing touch, we can see fireball, we can also see although they're called tricks for him, we can see cutlass, and we actually see what he can learn as well, which is awesome. So like we can see eventually he'll learn like sandblast, smash hit, pebble pelt, ray of light, and but yeah, I actually equipped him with the well-worn sword, which we got in our foraging foray, and that gives him 6 extra attack. So that's gonna help a lot, because he's gonna be our attacker for a wee bit, because Oliver unfortunately isn't much of an attacker. He's a magic-based character, so you know. And here's the creature cage. So basically, you can feed your familiars whatever you want. But each familiar does have a specific thing they really like. I won't be going through what each and every single one does, but it's basically each familiar has a different type. So as you can see here, our familiar is a mite. So a mite likes a certain trait, and we'll see other different types of monsters, and they like different other types of traits. I'll of course go through the ones that we'll get and tell you which ones are which, but for now I'm not going to feed him. Wait, what? Oh, you can't go back and save it? Oh, you can. I was like, don't stop me, Mr. Drippy. Alright, so we're going to end it right here. So next time on Ni no Kuni, oh wow, look at that red light coming through the scene there. That's really cool. So next time on Ni no Kuni Remastered, we're going to explore the Whispering Wood and try and appease the Guardian of the Woods. So, that being said, folks, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to give it a like, don't forget to comment, don't forget to subscribe to become part of my community, where we spread fun and positivity for all. So, that being said, folks, I will of course see you again.